This is where I was dancing today. This is in front of Glasgow Cathedral. That is the Royal Infirmary, so doubly good. And that is the wonderful Glasgow Cathedral, which is where Glasgow began, really. And so here we have the, and that's the St Mungo Museum. And it's the former site of the Bishop's Castle, I think it's called. So this is where, hello, this is where Glasgow began. St Mungo, back in the 6th century, started a religious community right on this spot where I'm standing right now. And bits of the cathedral apparently date back to the 9th century, I think, but definitely the main bit comes from 1500s. 1551, I think, is when the cornerstone was laid. But if you go down in the crypt, well, you can see St Mungo's remains, which date back to 500 something. So that's pretty freaking amazing, really. So I was quite excited. Oh yeah, here's the site of the Bishop's Castle, right there, circa 16th century. So, and this is the oldest. Across the road is the oldest house in Glasgow as well. So this is, and up there is the necropolis. I see dead people. There are some famous graves of Scottish people up there and stuff, and it's really cool. So I quite liked it because I was like, had the infirmary there, so that's quite good vibes to be dancing there. And I like being near the castle. Well, yes, the old former castle, and I like being near the cathedral too, because that's a big part of it is the main part of Glasgow history, and thankfully it's survived all this time because many things have not. And it's a really lovely energy here. It is still quite icy though, so it was interesting. I ended up dancing, well, mostly here next to the St Mungo Museum, because the space right next to the building, I guess because the warmth of the building was quite dry, not icy. And I have to be really careful because I'm wearing trainers today. And then just over there. But then I found I could tiptoe to these little circles around the trees. So I danced around all the circles of the trees. And it was interesting because one of my Random Acts of Dancing followers, Ken, sent me a link just this morning, which was so interesting because I wasn't expecting to be doing this today. So it's actually very fortuitous to dance around trees. I think you're supposed to do it on New Year's Day, so I might come back and do it here because everybody can have a tree. There are loads of trees, but that's an old bit of a Celtic lore or something like that, to dance around the trees. Apparently it's supposed to be very, very fortuitous, and so I dance around trees a lot. I've got a very special relationship with them. So yeah, so I think this is again one of these spaces. I think to myself, gosh, there should be more happening here. There should be more planned for this exact space, because it's this absolutely amazing courtyard, and you've got the infirmary there that could use the positive vibes, and then, you know, churches at one time and cathedrals weren't just about worship; they're real centers of community. And lots of churches are getting back to that nowadays, which is quite cool. I met the most amazing Reverend Dr. Richard Fraser. He's in Greyfriars Kirk in Edinburgh. And he said in his blog, he's realizing more of what his role is as a spiritual facilitator is to remind himself and people what it means to be human. And that's his main goal, and I thought, and he's like doing some amazing work over there. In actual fact, I'm going to be doing a project with the homeless community he works with dance later on, and I think that's quite an extraordinary thing. And we've got, these are wonderful bits of our history, you know, and I think it's a really nice thing to create new stories with an awareness of the positive aspects. I'm well aware of the negative aspects as well, but I don't want to give them any more stage time than they deserve. That's my thing in life. You know, there's a lot of banging the drum of what's wrong, and I think we're placed into into challenges in order to create new spaces and new platforms and new energy and new opportunities, and I'd rather spend my time doing that, really. So and that's what I do with the dance. So it was really fun. It's so great to be back dancing again. I missed it so much. So had to get some dancing buddies along. My neighbor came along just to witness it. He's not dancing yet, but he took some photographs today, so that's nice. And yeah, so I don't know where I'll end up tomorrow. It was a nice change though to come up here, and I could, because the weather shifted. Although I know we're going to be getting some more wild and woolly stuff. So anyway, have a lovely evening, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.